Hello everyone. The COVID-19 crisis has been roaring for the past few months, and it'll be great to know how we can find good stocks in that environment, right? So you can use EPSMomentum for that, and this is what I'll show you in a second. So where do we start? So first you'll go to the screener. And then you have your list of stocks. So we're starting with 4,000 stocks. So what you can do is you can use every single of these categories to actually pick the fields you want, right? So first I want to filter on prices. I just don't want stocks that are less than $10, for example. That's the first thing. Maybe I want to filter market cap and only have the 500 million market cap level. The second thing is I want to have stocks that have, I want to monitor the performance of the stock since the beginning of the year. So I'll remove the quarter here, but I want the beginning of the year and also the quarter. So the current quarter and also the year to date, right? So I can see how they've done over the last few months. So now I have 2,000 stocks here. So that's important to see if I find, if I find cutting it actually went down for the year, but or roaring back up in the quarter, right? So what I want is maybe I want stocks that actually started to rebound. So maybe I put a 1% change for the quarter. The quarter would be the beginning, like in the March-April area. So that's actually good. I want to see them since the bottom. Now the next thing I want is, and that's very important, I want the revision, the EPS revision from Wall Street since the beginning of the quarter, which is this field, right? To be positive, right? Because that means that since they produced their earnings, meaning in the middle of the crisis, they have positive EPS revision. So that means that Wall Street is positive on them and getting more and more positive, right? So this is very good. The other thing I want to do is I want to look for stocks that have increased their sales numbers and increased their EPS's number. If you go into the matrix, you want that number here to go higher up, right? Even during the crisis. If these stocks have been able to manage to still grow during the crisis, that's pretty awesome, right? That means that they can withstand crisis and make more money and sell more. So what I do is I do increase sales for at least one quarter, right? One quarter in a row, and increase EPS for at least one quarter in a row. And then I have 188 stocks that are there and important. The second thing that I want to do as well is I want to know if institutions are actually buying into the stock. And the early sign of that is the current earning day after the earning is reported. The new earning numbers are reported. So it's the change from the open to close on the day after the earning, right? So if that change is positive, that means that institutional investor actually went into the stock and bought it somewhat aggressively, and it pushed the stock high up. Why? Because they wanted to participate in the growth of that stock, and they saw an opportunity straight there, right from the first day. So that's useful. So now I have a handful of stocks that have been able to grow their earnings, grow their sales, that I can, rely on, and maybe increase. The Wall Street's increasing the revision on it, so that's good. The other thing I want to do is I want to see if there's some sort of momentum. Maybe I do either EM greater than 0, but that doesn't really help us much. But really EM greater than 10, at least one of the variable being sales or EPS is actually in momentum. And then I have a few names here that I can look at that are in increasing sales mode, good revision, institutional buying, and then I can even filter on price change for the quarter also. But you know, here I have good candidate. So maybe I can click on, I don't know, this guy, Veva Software, and then I can see that it's been going up. It has good revision. It's in drift A. It's actually in the middle of the drift, so right where it should be at the end of the quarter, maybe a little bit up. Revision has been turned around since the 28th of May. Look, 28th of May, boom, the revisions, the earning estimates picture is becoming more rosy. And that's it. I can even go into the recommendation from Wall Street, the analyst recommendation, and filter for stocks that are between 1 and 2, which is the best score. So 1 is the best, 1 out of 5, based on Zach's estimates. And here, only a few names, so 13 names. So that's it. So pretty useful to find good stocks. Then what I can do is I can save my result. I can save my screen here with a name, COVID, and then I'm done. That's it. Thank you very much for your attention.